folks, here's a good example of a home that's 60 years old, and look at it. Stucco, wooden windows. In fact, the wooden windows are starting to show a little bit of the requirement for maintenance. Those are items that we want to look at this particular home because we want to get into something that's going to be much more energy efficient. Now, some of the windows have been separated from their sash, the glass, for an example, where there's a lot of drafts. There's been areas where there's been condensation running down on the inside during the winter months, causing dry rot and just deterioration of the wood fabric. Some windows are aluminum, and aluminum without a thermal break is not a very efficient window, in fact, causing a lot of drafts of that radiant cold into the rooms themselves. But certainly this home here has got to have a better window installed to give it the comfort that's required by a homeowner today with the fuel costs that are involved today. Well, folks, I have found a window good enough that really has the right to have the name Shell Busey's House Smart on it. So let's go out to Centra Windows and take a look.
Welcome to the Centra showroom, Shell. We're so happy to be manufacturing the House Smart window.
Well, John, you have no idea how pleased I am to be able to come here and have a tour and show just how the Shell Busey House Smart window is manufactured. Tell us about the features.
Features and benefits of the House Smart window, Shell. You can have a look. It's got a real thick rebate flange there, so it keeps true to the building.
And that is the flange that actually goes up against the existing siding, whatever the finish happens to be.
That's correct.
Great.
You'll notice also the glazing. You've got the white super spacer with a secondary butyl rubber back seal.
And also all this storage down here, you might say, for air cavity, for that energy efficiency?
That's correct. Also, our frame is reinforced with a galvanized steel insert and some of our vertical mullions.
Now, the glass itself, 17 years warranty?
17 years, transferable only for the House Smart window.
Now, what about the frame?
25 years in the frame.
And that's transferable?
Correct. Have
Wow.
a feel, that's a real heavy little corner
boy,
section.
I'll tell you, that's got body to it. Now, what about different styles of windows?
Different styles of windows. We have like a bay window, bow windows, greenhouse, garden windows. We've got casements that open like a door, sliders, all different.
Vertical sliders, as well as horizontal sliders.
Every option you can think of.
Mutton bars.
Yes.
All of those different features. But the nice thing about it, with the energy efficiency of glass, like the low E squared, that coating, as well as the, well, what do we got now? We talk about low E squared with argon. Argon, what's that?
Argon is the gas in between the sealed units, okay, so it gives you more insulation value. The features of this window, Shell, with everything we've shown you here, with the House Smart window, this is by far one of the best windows on the market today, and it carries your name on it.
Good, better, best. That's what it's all about. Show us how it's made.
Yes, let's go to the plant, Shell.
You bet. Hey, John, this looks like the door area, not the window area.
That's right, Shell. We manufacture aluminum doors here to go with our windows.
Oh, there's nothing like House Smart windows and doors to make your home more energy efficient as well as comfortable.
That's right. We can offer single doors, double doors, French doors.
Security doors?
Yes, security, Protect security doors.
Now, what about taking a single door and converting it to double or vice versa, double to single?
Yes, we can do that. We can do any kind of combination in front of the house, any kind of renovation.
Great. Now, what about windows?
Let's go over here. Peter will show you the windows.
Great. Thank you. Hey, Peter, now you're the plant manager. What's going on here?
Well, Shell, this is where we manufacture the House Smart window, and it all starts with the profile as it comes in here. You can see that.
Now, this is the frame profile.
Yes, it's a multi-chambered profile, which, as you can see, the chambers in here reduce the amount of deflection, expansion, contraction in the frame, and allows for thermal performance.
Wow.
And it has accessory grooves, as you can see. We can put a number of renovation flanges on it, and allows us to bank windows together.
Oh, so therefore it's a multi-purpose frame then.
Exactly.
Great, but a good heavy-duty one. And what about here?
This is where they apply the flange, and then once that is done, it goes to the saw for cutting, and then from there over to the welder. Well, here we are, Shell, at the welding process, and this is a CNC 4-point welder.
Now, 4-point, that means what?
Well, we're welding all 4 corners of the window at one time for a very square, watertight window.
That's very, very important when it comes to a quality window.
Absolutely. This is the assembly aspect of the window, Shell. This is where the mullions and the hardware are applied. And as you can see, we offer a number of colors for the customers.
It's certainly nice to see them working on each project just as though it was their own, though. They're really involved in what they do.
Absolutely. And we offer a number of products, as you can see. And then after that, it's off to the glazing.
Great.
This is the glazing aspect of it, Shell. As you can see, Tracy's putting the last sealed unit in this frame. And you can see we use a double-sided Arlon foam tape. There's a neutral pure silicone which is put on each joint for a good seal, and the glass is applied to it, and then we go to put a glazing stop in it to hold the glass in.
So those corners are all sealed, and that tape takes care of that glass. There's just nothing going to leak whatsoever.
Absolutely, Shell. It's 100% water and airtight to the corner. This is where the stop is put on. As you can see, he's applying the stop now. It's a pressure stop that is locked in place, and it holds that glass tight to the foam.
Oh, wow. Is that ever nice and neat?
That's right. Easy to apply and very durable.
Well, that's what qualifies HouseSmart.
Absolutely.
You know, Peter, it's always so nice to have a tour of a plant, and especially here, seeing the staff putting all of their efforts in building a quality product, especially when it comes to the HouseSmart window. I can't wait to get to the job site and see those installed in the house. Thank you very, very much.
It was a pleasure showing you the inside story on the windows, Michelle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, wasn't that a great plant? I can't wait to get out to the project to get those windows installed. Well, here we are, folks, where we're going to install the HouseSmart windows. And with me, I have Terry from the HouseSmart Window Installation Group. How you doing, Terry?
Good.
Hey, great. I'll tell you, what an opportunity to come out and watch you install the HouseSmart window. Now, one of the things that I found when you come into the home, you really prepared things. You brought in all the throw sheets. You brought in all your tools. Are you that organized?
Oh, yeah, we have to be. We have to keep everything nice and clean and not damage any of the customers' floors.
Now, that eliminates you having to go back and forth, inside, outside, because you're putting windows in at all times of the year, not necessarily when it's nice and sunny outside, but it could be raining. So it's nice to see that care and quality. Now, when you started removing the window, and I was quite interested when you, first of all, cut around with the utility knife. Why were you doing that?
Stop any paint from breaking any farther than it needed to be.
So when the old window out, it didn't chip back?
That's right.
Great. And then you took off the stops, and when you got off the stops and the sash out, it exposed the old sash balances and the ropes. So what do you do with those?
We cut those open or drill them so that we can spray some foam inside.
So that fills that cavity inside.
That's right.
And that way you've got a nice energy-efficient inner cavity, not allowing any air, or actually I guess what you're calling we're air sealing.
That's right.
Great. Now, I noticed when the old window came out, there was actually two windows there.
Yeah.
With a very large mullion with an open cavity there where there wasn't a bit of insulation. So the draft of that window must have been pretty terrible in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you got everything all said and done, you got everything cleaned up, ready for the new window to go in, I noticed that you put an aluminum pan. In fact, you cut it and fit it and set it in on top of some caulking on the bottom sill. What's that all about?
Yes, wood windows, we put in a steel or a metal pan, and we custom bend those for wood windows because there's a lot of different types of wood windows.
So that's an added attraction to the HouseSmart window of quality. That way you don't have any moisture problems.
Yes, that's right. If any water was to get in, it will flow out through the bottom.
Now, what about the vinyl pan? I noticed upstairs where the one frame aluminum window was installed, it was a vinyl one rather than a painted metal.
Yes, on our aluminum windows, we'll put in a vinyl pan, and that will, if any water comes in, that will allow it to flow out too.
Great, so it's sealing it up, it's giving it that HouseSmart quality.
That's right.
Now, once the window went in and you did all the caulking and sealing and insulating, I found it quite interesting that you even went to that meticulous work putting and filling in moldings and filling with the filler material and sanding it ready for just a dab of paint. Is that all part of that quality installation?
Oh, yeah. We have to, some moldings we can't replace, so we have to repair them. And if where the center mullions come into the sill, we put in blocks and fill them and get it ready for paint.
That's fantastic. You see, that's why you're involved in HouseSmart installations. Good, better, best, and making it just that easy. Thank you very, very much. Quality installation, just great. Thank
Great,
you.
thank you.
You bet. Well, folks, there you have it. You have the story on the HouseSmart window. Add that nice, quiet environment inside. Energy efficiency, comfort, and certainly looks. Now, street appeal. Don't they look great? HouseSmart windows.